Go ahead, Jay.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That just irks me hearing that. Number one, you send it through a text. Look, these are conversations that should be had in person. But I get it. We live busy lives where that conversation may not happen in person for another month. Totally get it. But fine. I'll let the text slide. But you are posting it on social media. Not everybody on social media is your family. There are friends, there are acquaintances, and in fact, there are strangers. So now I personally think that if you intend to send that message to, let's say, 5 family members, why is it that you're posting on social media for 300 people to see? All right.
We are live here on a Saturday afternoon, a beautiful day.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Would You Rather pod. How the sound looking? We're good?
We're looking good. We're sounding good. Everyone's
Cool.
looking good and beautiful.
Awesome. I'm your co-host, Jace. We got my main man to the right, the leading A-lister, Mr. JR. We got Cash Money laying in the back.
What up, Cash?
We got the infamous Dubai Prince back in the cloud.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Sammy.
What up, Sam?
What's up?
Folks, we're not here to play nice. We're here to light fires and have a good time with our favorite drink. What do we got, JR?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have got Crown Royal's newest and best blend. It is Crown Royal Vanilla. Whether you're kicking back, watching a game, chilling with some friends, or maybe just sitting on your back deck, enjoying the beautiful weather that we have, you better be sipping on Crown Royal. I guarantee, without a doubt, it is the best tasting Crown flavor you will have. That is Crown Royal Vanilla. Check for it in your local liquor store.
All right, before we get started, let's have a tradition. I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm right here with you, bro.
Yes, sir.
I see Cash joining us in the back.
Thank you. Cheers, Cash.
So, we gotta get some money in here because I get all these ads popping.
We do.
Yeah.
With
So-
that being said, like, subscribe, comment.
Comment, yes, please. Might get a little copyright there, but so how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
Doesn't matter how you're doing.
It doesn't matter.
Well then, how are you doing?
It doesn't matter. All right. Uncle Sammy, WrestleMania. I didn't know it was a 2-day event. Is that new?
Yeah. Well, no, I think it started with the pandemic,
Oh, okay.
but now it's kind of gone on like it's more money to be made right now.
Yeah.
You're having 2 days of like, what was it, 72,000 yesterday. So they're
Yeah.
probably going to have more today.
That's crazy. So yesterday, I didn't watch a lot of it,
Mhm.
but I was scared it was the main event, but I guess I'm so
Yeah.
off of it right now.
Well, yeah, same here. I was like, what is going on? I typically WrestleMania, the main event is obviously the 1-day Sunday,
Yeah.
but they have the
It
Saturday.
was a tag team, right,
Sunday.
Sam?
Yeah. So yesterday was like The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth Rollins. So basically, whoever won gets to choose the stipulations for tonight's main event. So
cool.
Cody's fighting Roman Reigns,
Okay.
and now since I don't, well, I can't, it's not a spoiler anymore. It's already done, right? So
Yeah.
since The Rock and Roman Reigns won, it's bloodline rules. So
Okay.
it's like no rules for that match. So
If you smell what the rock
The Rock is
It's
back. That was nice to see yesterday.
Yeah, man.
I was happy. I felt nice. I actually felt like back in the day, I don't know about you, because I know, Sam, you kind of watch regularly, but I
yeah.
watch and I felt like back in the day
Yeah.
excitement watching WrestleMania. I don't know about you.
It felt really good, actually. Did you see the entrance for The Rock? That was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. People's champ. Boom.
Yeah.
So they so tomorrow, I guess today actually, Rock
Yeah.
it's going to be Seth. God, I'm so bad at WrestleMania. You were saying it. It's Cody
Oh, Cody versus Roman Reigns
versus
for
Roman Reigns
the
for the
title.
Okay.
So The Rock is not fighting tonight.
Not
Well,
tonight,
Sunday.
but he's for sure probably going to be involved in it because
Okay.
Roman Reigns is his cousin and the bloodline. So, the Samoan bloodline for all those wrestlers,
Yeah.
that's 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 what Cody's up against pretty much today.
So hold
It'll
on,
be
hold
fun.
on. Is this actual like biological cousins?
Yeah. Yeah, the all those Samoans,
Yeah.
or a lot of them are related from, whether it be first cousins, second cousins, they're all from like the same family tree. Like, for example, remember Yokozuna from back in the
Yeah.
day?
Mm-hmm.
Rest in
He's
peace,
related.
Yokozuna.
He's a cousin too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I thought Kane and Undertaker were actual brothers,
Man,
but it was just marketed like that as their brothers, but for actual WWE.
they didn't even look anything like each
No,
other.
but I'm like, but they're
They're
some of the
just tall.
creepiest, scariest guys out there.
They were. I was scared of Kane when he
Yeah.
first arrived.
Oh,
I
with
was
the mask.
I
Oh
was
my
scared.
god.
Honestly, like looking back at wrestling, I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought it was real. Like, you guys speak on the mic.
I don't know.
We
Sammy,
probably didn't hear any of that because you're not on the mic.
were you
Yeah, I
aware
didn't hear
of
anything.
Undertaker possibly leaving WWE? I know he's retired, but
Yeah, he retired. He would never leave. I think he's gonna just be retired.
oh, okay.
So like how Vince McMahon's gone, that was completely like Triple H running the show, like that
Yes.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, this is
That's
like the
awesome.
first WrestleMania under the TKO banner. So
Yeah.
like TKO owns the UFC and WWE.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it was really good
They're just
WrestleMania.
big. Yeah, they're massive. The brand
Mhm.
is just big.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because I stopped watching wrestling probably like 2010, 2011 when I started high school kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was quite surprised to see how much it's continued and how much bigger it is. So I can only imagine since from when you stopped watching, Jace, how bigger the brand has gotten.
Yeah. It was really good,
Yeah.
man. It's definitely exciting. So was Meek Mills actually part of the WrestleMania?
He was the intro.
Okay.
So
Anything
he did,
funny
like,
happened
the intro video.
Okay. Okay. So nothing weird took place.
No. Lil Wayne.
I'm just trying
Well,
to make
we don't know
sense.
what happened backstage.
Lil
that's
Wayne
good,
was
though.
there.
But yeah, you could see the progression of WWE and what it's become now. Like even just with its stages, its pyrotechnics, like the whole show, like it's a spectacle to watch. So just what I seen yesterday, kind of like the teaser for today, seemed pretty cool. So I don't know, maybe I got to start getting back into wrestling, man.
I was excited.
Yeah, looks good.
It looked good. So tonight is the main event, as you heard.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then tomorrow usually is the Raw after WrestleMania is usually pretty
Right.
big as well. So
Mm,
this is the time of year I start to watch it a little bit.
yeah,
So I'm not someone who watches it often, but this is the WrestleMania's WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Since we're
Yeah.
a little kid, we used to always couldn't miss WrestleMania. So I
Yeah.
think it's like so special that I still feel like I have to watch WrestleMania.
I feel like there's another big surprise that's gonna come out tonight, like something
Yeah.
unknown because it's a WrestleMania. Like maybe I don't know, Steve Austin comes or like Kurt
Ooh.
Angle or
that'd be crazy.
something
Yeah.
happens. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
always something weird because the Rock is back.
Yeah.
His big rival in the day, Sam, that was like Stone Cold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool if he actually came out.
They bring Stone Cold out. He's been out at a few WrestleManias recently, so
Mhm.
I'm not sure if but it'll be interesting to see what they do go with. But
Yeah.
tomorrow is the day they usually do a lot of surprises and stuff too
Cool.
for Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania. So It's 2 days of WrestleMania and then Raw the next day. It's a lot of wrestling for like a few days, but
Ooh, yeah.
Damn.
Well, for everyone that's watching, enjoy. Question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Last week we spoke about gambling in sports.
Yeah.
Are you guys aware if there is any betting on WWE fights or no?
I don't
Sammy,
know.
would you know?
I think some sites have it and then some sites don't.
Okay.
So there is, but I don't know which ones have it because I don't think like the one I use DraftKings
Yeah.
and I don't think they have it on theirs.
Okay. Because it's interesting because WWE is huge, but it's scripted, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like how can you bet on something that's scripted? You know what I mean?
But like, no one
Yeah.
knows who's gonna
No one
win.
knows, but what if there's a whistleblower out there that's letting you know, like,
Like
what's
it's
going on
so hard
behind
to
the
bet on
scenes?
it because how pissed off would you get? Like you saw
Yeah.
when like The Rock was gonna lose or Roman Reigns was gonna lose. The Rock just pulled out the refuge just like
That's
that.
true, yeah.
Like no, they should install. What do you think about this app? They should install the replay.
You know what's funny though? That JR was talking about betting. They actually were looking into getting betting onto WWE because now the TKO owns them.
Yeah.
So they were actually thinking about like registering the storylines through Ernst and Young.
Mm.
So they would like so it's sealed away so
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
knows what the storylines are and
Yeah.
then you can bet on it.
That's cool.
But I don't know if it went that way or not. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you have to pivot with the storylines too. Like if it's
Yeah.
losing
Yeah.
interest in the crowd, then what? Like how do you do all of that, right? So
Yeah, that's
who knows?
that's true.
Cool, man.
Pretty sure something's in the works somewhere down the line, so who knows? But yeah, to the WrestleMania fanatics and everybody watching, enjoy. And seems to be like it's gonna be a jam-packed, pretty good show.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
Cool. Cash. You had a topic, didn't you, today?
What up, Cash? What's going on, Cash?
Cash Money, Linda in the back.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, it is a Sunday.
Yep. You guys will probably hear this during the week, but we're recording on a Sunday.
Nice. Yeah, so what I wanted to touch base on is what do you guys think of boundaries and rules for a newborn baby? Do you think there should be boundaries to an extent where you let your in-laws know of how to carry through when you're about to expect a newborn? What do you guys think about that?
So, like, who's setting up these boundaries?
Your wife, your partner.
So the mother of the child.
Yes, basically.
What kind of boundaries, though, she's setting?
Okay. For example, no uninvited visits.
No uninvited visits, okay.
Is
Is this at the hospital or just, like, in general when the baby's home?
No hospital visits.
Okay.
No kissing. Absolutely none.
Like kissing the baby?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Wash your hands before you come near the baby.
Okay.
Always ask mom or dad permission before you hold the baby.
Okay.
What else? And the reason why I'm touch basing on this is because a friend of mine actually was asking me, what do I think of setting boundaries to my in-laws or even in general family members when you're expecting a newborn? Is it a bad thing? Or is it like, how do you tell your in-laws that I don't want you to kiss my child?
But is it just the in-laws or how about her parents?
That's the thing. I feel it's more particular with the in-laws because um, that's their first grandchild.
But so the rules or the boundaries are only applicable to the husband's parents. It's not her parents.
Yes, because she's saying that the in-laws, they're basically touching the baby, wanting to spend time with the baby all the time without her consent.
Okay.
And she doesn't really like it because she just think that they should ask permission.
So her parents, though, they go and pick up the baby and don't ask permission.
Yeah, but
the reason I'm getting to this because I think it's like a double standard. Just my initial thoughts.
But like, you know, there's some. Let's say, for instance, your mom's side.
Yeah.
This is their first grandkid. They're excited. You know, they're extremely excited. Versus, your wife's side or your partner's side, they have numerous grandkids, like nieces and nephews. But your mom's side is more particular in being, you know, all lovey-dovey to your child, being protective, kind of always want to spend time with the child, and your partner's not really having it because she just doesn't feel that your child should always be with your mom or your mom's side family. If that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense to me. Sam, I think I heard you trying to say something.
Yeah, to me, I agree with you, Jace. Like that's a double standard, and I was trying to figure out what they're getting at when Cash Money was explaining it, but it doesn't matter if it's a first grand or not a first grand. Like I think you're still excited, one way or the other. So I understand if you're setting up boundaries. However, it has to be for both sides. So, because it doesn't make sense to tell one set of parents you can't kiss the baby, then the other set of parents can. Because if you're concerned about, let's say, viral infections, which for newborns, I agree. I don't know if anybody should be kissing the baby when they're that young because something that like small could actually have a massive effect on the child's health. But you can't, what makes one set of parents able to do it and then the other set, like, what are we saying? That the other one set doesn't give viruses? So I think it's a double standard. So if you're going to have boundaries, it has to be for everyone. So that way it's equal and nobody feels like they're being targeted, because the way it's being explained by Cash Money's friend, it sounds like she's targeting her in-laws while her parents are able to do whatever they want, which I don't care how many grandkids you have. Like, a baby's a baby. Like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, what do you guys think?
What would you, Jer?
Yeah, I agree to a certain extent. I'm not a fan of obviously the double standard of it applies to one but not the other. Again, it's got to be fair across the board. But also I question, like, did you sit down with your partner and discuss this, or is this just you trying to take that authoritative role and putting this out there? Because now you could run into issues of what if your partner doesn't agree with that? But guess what? I'm the mother of the child. I say what goes, right? Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, it's got to be fair across the board. There shouldn't be any double standards, because that could come back and ultimately bite you in return. So,
did the wife have issues with the in-laws before this? That's what it kind of seems like. She thinks they're nasty people. I'm just talking because it seems like she thinks they're nasty people. They're just like overbearing. Maybe she had issues before with them.
I don't think regarding anything regarding that aspect of sanitation. I think what it has to do with is because how they've raised their child, which is her partner, versus how she was raised. And why I said that is because I've heard comments of her saying that her in-laws will basically allow their son to take off his clothes and just throw it on the ground, versus when he's living with her parents, it's totally different. Like, he can't do those things.
Oh, so they live with her parents.
She was living with his parents.
She was living with him. Okay.
And then they move, and then they live with her parents now.
Okay.
But the reason why is that it's like, I think he come from a home that is very loving. I don't think they want to, take the baby and, steal the baby from her. But I think what she's gathering is like they're being too much, kind of. Like, they're always coming over when they have any events. People are coming up to the child and just like holding him, kissing him, playing with him. And she's basically saying, I'm not even able to hold my own child because so many people from his family particularly coming up and just trying to hug the baby, kiss the baby. Some of them are coming without invites and all these things.
What do you think, though, from a woman's perspective? I just think there's a double standard that should be across the board.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you can say that and not tell your own parents the same thing.
But then what if her parents are not that loving, where they're not even connected to the child? So then she won't have anything to tell them, but she'll have to say to her partner's parents.
But does the husband or her partner agree with it or has no choice?
I don't think he have anything to say about that. I think she's just putting it out there. She's posting it on social media for the family to read and for them to read the boundaries. So she specifically
says in-laws?
She's saying family.
Okay,
on her partner's side.
Oh, okay.
But we know who she's obviously talking to.
Yes.
So here's the thing, from my point of view, is if she didn't come from that loving style background, right, or upbringing, at some point you should try and meet your partner halfway and find some sort of common ground to say, okay, look, my family does X, Y, and Z versus your family does X, Y, and Z. So let's see if we could find something in the middle that works for you, works for me, works for your side and my side. And if that means there's got to be a little room for compromise or maybe conversations had with certain members on both sides of the family, then perfect. Let that conversation happen. But I think when you come out with these ground rules, number one, you catch people by surprise. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the family that's finding out about this feels personally attacked.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so you come out with these rules because what? We are showing love and affection to the baby by hugging and kissing and coming over. Would you rather us just stay at home and say we only see your child once a year, yet we live 15 minutes away? Like, I don't get it, but I don't know. Everybody parents their child and kind of creates ground rules that works for them, right? What works for them might not work for me. What works for me might not work for them. So, but like I said, I think you just got to find that middle ground that works for everyone.
Jace, I have a question.
Sure.
Do you think that you and your partner should make boundaries?
Say wife, because I don't want people to think I'm a partner with a man. So I'm sorry. I got a wife.
Okay, wife. Okay, wife. Yeah. Do you think?
I remember Joe Rogan said that in one of his podcasts. He's like, "Why am I going up there and saying my partner, my partner,
Right.
my partner? I'm with my wife.
Yeah.
There's no issue saying my wife."
True.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have any anything to say regarding that? Like, do you think that your wife should make boundaries regarding your mom and your family side, or do you think they should be mutual?
I think it should be both ways. Like, for example, kissing baby should be on both sides.
Okay.
Like, if she said that about my mom, I would say both sides. Both families,
Right.
you should not kiss the baby.
Right.
You can't come over late nights, both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, leave the baby. Don't come here after whatever certain time. I think I'm trying to figure out a way where I can say there's exceptions to the rule. Like it depends. Like we're living with my mom, right? So I would say there's a little bit more exception in that case where mom can do more things, right? Like mom can be there at the nighttime, but if the in-laws come over, you can't come over that late because it's baby sleeping time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think like small stuff like kissing, it would apply to both.
Right.
I'm trying to think of anything else because like, why wouldn't you want to hold a baby? I think baby needs to be held. Everyone wants to hold a baby.
True.
Unless you don't know how to hold a baby, then that's a different topic.
Or you're prone to dropping things.
Yeah.
Make it say, hold off on holding my baby.
You're a little shaky.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Oh God. But I agree with that. It's got to be on both sides. Interesting. During COVID was an interesting part because, a lot of parents with newborns were very cautious on just anybody even coming in contact with their child, especially if, you're going to and from work or you're out in the public, out and about. Some people felt a type of way during COVID when some parents were like, no, I rather you not hug my child or kiss my child. Right. But again, that was because of, what was going on in those times. Right. But again, it's got to be fair across the board because the moment you say yes to someone and no to someone else, there's now a double standard. And that's only going to cause conflict. That's only going to cause tension moving forward, so.
And I think babies, they're acceptable to germs, but they have to get dirty. They have to like build their immune system. Yep. I'm not that keen on it, but but if someone's blatantly sick,
no, I know.
Just don't come over.
Yeah.
Don't even like kiss from downtown. And send you a kiss. Don't even come over.
No, it's true. It's
another thing that I think we haven't talked about is the fact that it's kind of one-sided. Why is it like what her rules are? Like it takes two people to make a child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're not compromising on what the rules are for the child, how are you setting up your relationship?
Yeah.
Because now one person is going to feel like they don't have a say in the matter. Like you're already setting up like a divide. So you want it to be like a two-parent home. So why would you be alienating the father? Like by saying I'm making these rules, like, or this is my child. Like it's both people's child, So Jay kind of touched on the compromise part. I completely agree with him because if you're not in it together and then one person's taking charge on it, you're gonna inevitably have relationship issues. Then you're kind of putting yourself in that situation to be in a shitty relationship at that point.
Yeah.
But like the thing I don't understand is why is it that like valid point there, Sammy. The thing I don't understand is why are you typing out a big like long essay to just send out boundaries of how like boundaries that I set that applies for both myself and my husband to his family in particular, letting them know that, hey, I'm going to set healthy boundaries. I'm going to send you all a text and this is what it is from today. Like, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think it's okay to set the healthy boundaries, send it by text and just let it be, post it on social media and just let it for family see? Or you think you should sit down and have a family conversation or leave it to your partner to discuss with his family?
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh boy. That just irks me hearing that. Number one, you send it through a text. Look, these are conversations that should be had in person. But I get it. We live busy lives where that conversation may not happen in person for another month. Totally get it. But fine. I'll let the text slide. But you are posting it on social media. Not everybody on social media is your family. There are friends, there are acquaintances, and in fact, there are strangers. So now I personally think that if you intend to send that message to, let's say, 5 family members, why is it that you're posting on social media for 300 people to see? That to me seems like you are trying and again, this is just an assumption. I believe that they're trying to get some sort of attention out of this. I don't know if it's to maybe show and say, hey, look, I'm that authoritative parent and these are my ground rules and blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to set a precedent.
Yeah.
But again, if you're trying to target specific people and send it to them, send it to them. Don't post on social media to get what?
Yep.
Clicks, to get likes, shares, to people who don't even care, who probably don't even know you have a child.
She doesn't respect her husband.
Not at all.
I don't think
Not at all. Again, the social media world we live in just corrupts people's brains. People's motherboards, their circuits are like overloading. And this is what they're going and doing. It's ridiculous. But then again, everybody parents their child different. Everybody sets ground rules different, right?
Yeah.
So,
Ground rules different. Who texts their ground rules? Like
I know. That's another thing, right?
Everyone's different unless you're stupid. This is stupid.
Gosh. But
Don't agree with it at all.
not at all. But
Sam, what do you think?
Oh, I couldn't hear what you were saying there, but yeah, I just don't agree with it when it comes to like it being one-sided for sure.
Oh, I was saying that do you think it's okay for your partner or your wife to send a text message with all the boundaries regarding your newborn child? Or do you prefer to post it on social media or prefer them to sit down and have the conversation with the person or the family members?
Nah, I just think like the two of you should come to that agreement amongst each other, and then one person could tell their parents, the other one could tell their parents. Like, so it's being delivered by you to your own parents. So I don't know if you need to post it on social media or text anybody. It doesn't need to be over dramatic. I think like it's just so simple. Like, okay, if no one's coming at night because the baby's sleeping, if no one's kissing the baby, I'll tell my parents, they'll tell their parents, and we move on. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just all crazy to me. I don't know what's happened with this new age stuff. It should be a lot simpler, I think.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
I don't know. That's
I don't know.
that's wasteful people, and I think
Yeah.
we don't need to talk about them anymore. That guy just
No.
has to grow some balls.
Yep.
Can't change her, but maybe you can change him.
But like I always say, prayers to everyone involved, man. This whole world needs prayers. Oh
you're
my
damned
God.
if you do, and you're
Yeah.
damned if you don't.
For real.
How does that apply to this one? It doesn't. I just wanted
No.
to say it. Cool. All right, JR, you got any other topic?
Yeah. So
Oh shit.
recently, April 1st is known as not only the beginning of April, but it is also April Fool's.
Fools.
For a little background, April Fool's is a day where typically you kind of play some practical jokes on people. Yeah, and people, your whole point is trying to make a joke that people bite to and fall for when it's the complete opposite, right? Like, for example, I'm pregnant. April Fool's, no, I'm not, kind of thing, you know? So growing up, April Fool's was kind of a little thing we play in school, a little joke you play with your friends, oh, I'm moving. And it's like, oh, really? I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. I'm still here, kind of thing. But the older I've gotten, April Fool's is kind of phased out, right? It's not something that I'm typically, every April Fool's, I'm running to make a joke with someone on. So I got a question for you guys. At what point do you stop playing April Fool's jokes?
I don't stop playing April Fool's jokes.
April Fool's is every day for you.
Every day for me. No, I'll say an April Fool's Day joke. I did one this April Fool's too, so.
Oh boy.
Call me old school, but I don't know. Those are small things I still like to do. I'll look for the cheesiest thing.
Yeah.
And make up something.
I think cheesy stuff though is okay. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone knows it's like a joke.
True.
But I think what JR is saying, I agree with you. I don't do April Fools anymore. But I was watching TikTok and I've seen some guy, a grown ass man, he was in Cheesecake Factory, and he proposed to his girlfriend. She says yes. Everyone starts clapping, and he's like, "April Fools, April Fools." And
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
god.
the girl was crying. Like,
That's awesome.
everyone was like pissed.
Clickbait world. I actually
Like,
like
I don't know.
that was funny to me. I'm picturing it.
To me, like that's extreme.
Yeah.
That's extreme. Yeah, because everybody's a sucker for like a good proposal, and if it's a joke and people are recording and it's just it becomes too much. But yeah, like I'm in agreement with.
So you
Sammy
have
there.
beef with me because I like April Fools?
No, I think if it fits your personality and you're just typically a year-round practical jokester, I think that's totally fine. But if you're making a joke that's going to play with someone's heartstrings, I think that's where potentially crosses the line.
Okay.
I agree. I agree with that. Because I could see Jace doing that all year round. So like April
Mhm.
Fools, I'm just not gonna believe anything he says. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's fine. But like if like it's gonna be something like gonna make someone emotional or like really scare someone, I don't know if it's probably the right thing to do. I agree with you, JR.
Yeah, and especially now with like social media, like we athletes are doing it, like team social media accounts are doing it. Like I forgot what account was it was. Anyways, they made a
Businesses
claim.
do it.
Businesses do it. They made a claim that they signed someone, and it was obviously an April Fool's joke. So I get it. It creates some interaction, some activity on their pages. So I understand that aspect.
You're
but
just a Debbie Downer.
maybe I'm old and washed. Is it that? Is that?
But you're not as old as me though.
I know, but I'm just like I'll see it and it's like, no, I don't want to be a part of the April Fool's joke,
okay.
or I could care less and just scroll past it or whatever, But
I like
yeah,
a good April Fool's joke.
I could do without it.
Okay.
I could do without it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Some are kind of funny. Right? It's like, you guys remember the show on MTV? Was it Punk'd?
Yeah.
Which is like a year-round April Fool's kind of thing, right? Like I don't mind stuff like that, right? Because again, it's a all year round kind of thing. But when we're specifically doing it on April 1st, and like, can you imagine if you're about to announce the birth of that your partner's pregnant,
Right.
on April 1st? Nobody's gonna believe it because everybody thinks it's an April Fool's joke, and it's actually for real. You know what I mean?
You wait the day after.
Yeah,
you
but
have
then
to
it's like
wait
the
on
excitement
April
wears
2nd.
off. Like you got some like important good news. Like, can't share it today. I gotta share it tomorrow, April 2nd. But yeah, I'm in agreement with Sammy. I could do without it. I'm cool. But if that's your personality and that's what you do all year round, then I'm totally fine with that, because that fits you. But if you're specifically waiting for April Fools, then nah, I'm good. I could do without it.
Think so? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me guys ask you a question. If you're at your best friend's house for dinner with their parents, and you notice a cockroach in the salad, what do you do? Did you say anything? Take more.
I think I wouldn't. I would be like, no, I'm okay. I don't want salad. I don't think I'd say anything.
No.
Really? Okay.
No, I don't want to. And then I'll probably look at whoever eats it and be like, oh, damn. But
What if it's in your plate though?
oh, if it's in my plate, then I just would leave the salad at the side, be like, oh.
But you're gonna
I'm
eat around
full.
it?
Well, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know. I think I would kind of try to eat around it, to be honest with you,
Ew.
because I don't want to offend anybody.
True. I think for me, I will, and we're all sitting at the table, right?
Yeah, you're all sitting at. Let's say it's not a dead cockroach; it's like a live one. It's in your plate,
Oh,
like squirming through the salad. That's what I'm saying.
no, that's different. That
In my
changes
plate?
it. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, in my plate. Then I'll take it to the kitchen.
Oh,
I'll take the plate to
that's
the
smart.
kitchen. If it's in the bowl though,
Uh-huh.
that's in front of everyone, I'll somehow, I don't know, maybe
take a tissue or something.
But now everybody's gonna look. What is this guy doing with tissue to the salad? And like, I don't want to embarrass anyone, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know. But then again, if I don't know, if there's a cockroach in the food, then I should kind of be concerned in the environment that I'm in to begin with.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? But if we're outdoors or something, that's a little bit different. Bugs fly and stuff. But yeah, I think I'll try and non-discreetly make any attention or bring attention to it, and maybe kind of like nudge the friend or something. Just be like, hey, look, you know, right? Because you don't want to embarrass anyone, right? But I don't know.
But you know, if it's a girl, they'll see it and go, eee!
Oh, God. Then at that point, I think you just gotta somehow, some way, just not even say anything. And just
I would
let
say
it be.
something, though.
In front of everyone.
I would. Because, like, I don't want to eat anything else. Like, as soon as I see that,
Yeah.
how, like, I know Sammy said you're going to continue eating around it, but I won't have the mind to eat anything else. I would just say, I think there's a bug in my plate.
True.
You could say it that way, I guess.
It's hard, though.
It is, right? But I don't know. It's one of those things. We say what we'll do now, but in the moment we might act the complete opposite, right?
I think you'll yell.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. All of a sudden you hear me say, ew.
Oh my God. But yeah. Damn it, imagine if the food was going down so good too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now
Cash, what would you do? You're at your best friend's house or at a friend's house. You're sitting at the table with their parents for dinner. All of a sudden, you see a cockroach in the salad.
Oh my God, I got to give you guys a joke on that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, good thing that you brought that up. So, one of my friends, she's new to Canada, and she got a basement apartment. And she's like, "Oh, you want to come over?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'm thirsty, right? I want some water, and I want to wash my face and stuff like that." So she's like, "Yeah, come over." So we went, and while I'm going down, the smell was like very damp, like damp carpet or rug. And I went into the kitchen and I washed my hands, and I just started seeing roaches coming up on the sink and in the dishes in the sink. I went for the paper towel, and I saw roaches coming all up on the paper towel that I'm touching to go wipe my face. And I didn't want to tell her because I feel so bad.
You didn't scream?
I just react.
I
reacted right away. I'm like, holy cow. And so she went to her room while I was in the kitchen. And then when she came out, I'm like, kind of have a lot of roaches in here. It's not good. You should speak to the landlord.
Okay.
What did she say?
She's like, yeah, I talked to the landlord, and they're like, oh, we're going to do some renovation. So she's like, we'll have to find a new place to move out.
I was going to say, if you're seeing that much, she damn well knew. Yeah. They're there. She's probably just like, oh, let me see what Cash's reaction is going to be. Is she going to scream? Is she going to run out? Like, if you got that much that you're seeing in plain sight, then she obviously knew, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable, and then she offered the same week to bring food, and I didn't want to say that I didn't want to eat. I told her I wasn't hungry.
But what if you're really hungry, though?
No.
I don't know, man. I seen the roaches in the pot in the sink floating away, and it's like, no, that's not.
That's just going to make the food taste sweeter, though.
Not.
Do you think you ever ate a cockroach in your life?
I think I've ate things that roach probably ran on top or something or inside and just escaped somehow. Because of course, if you live in the Caribbean or those warm destination, you'll be able to understand what I mean, because you have roaches. You have the ones that fly in the night, and then you have the ones that's when you take off the light, they're just out and about. But yeah.
God.
But I have to give you guys a joke too. Actually, my sister made a burrito for my dad, and she wrapped it in foil. And I guess it was so hot that she put it outside without covering it, and she went to take a shower, so she probably didn't check. And apparently, there's a roach that ran inside the burrito that she didn't see, so she wrapped it up with aluminum foil. And my dad took it to work, and he bite on it, and he started chewing. He's like, "Wow, this burrito tastes as if it has shrimp inside." So as he's chewing, he's like, that crunch. So he's like, "But today's fasting. How is there shrimp?" So then when he opened it, he saw there was a roach, and he's like, I start to wash out my mouth. Home? Yeah, this was back home. I was like,
so it's big.
I don't know if it's a big. I didn't ask, but he said the crunch alone. I'm like, ew, like that's gross. Can you imagine you make food, leave it on your cupboard or your countertop, and it's just in your food and you didn't know?
That's what I'm scared of back home, because you see they had the huge car heat outside in the open. Everyone's grinding and everything. You know there's roaches and bugs and nastiness. It's all brown. Oh my God. You know how much bugs y'all probably ate? I hate those outside cooking.
Hold on. Your dad said it tastes like shrimp.
No, he said it crunches.
I thought you said
not
shrimp. It must be like
shrimp had shell on it.
So it's crunches because remember, roach, they have
their
thing.
Their
tentacles,
outer thing,
whatever you call it.
Big wings, yeah. When you step, those big ones, when you step on them, they crunch.
Yes.
Like
so obviously trying to bite your burrito and it's in there.
Could imagine, yeah.
But he probably ate out the entire burrito.
No, he said he threw it out because he wasn't sure what it was. I have to ask him that conversation another time. But yeah, that's a joke. That's one for today. That's crazy. But yeah, to go back to your question, if I go over to a friend's house and I see a roach, what else?
If you see a roach in the salad, you're sitting at the table with their family. What would you do?
I'll just be
it's a live roach.
I'll just be like, I think you guys have a roach in the salad.
So you'd say something.
I'll say something.
You wouldn't just not say it.
Or if there's more than one guest there, like family, extended family, I'll probably take the salad myself and I'll call my friend and I'm like, let's go to the kitchen. And I'll just tell her.
Okay. And when you call her to come say, oh, by the way, grab the bowl of salad and take it with you to the kitchen.
I'll just take the bowl
You'd continue to eat too?
Huh?
You continue to eat?
I'll check the food. I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure if there's one, there's many. So I don't know. I'll feel bad. I'll feel bad.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God. That was fun. Guys, any other topics?
I don't got anything right now. But how about we take a quick little break?
Sure. Let's have a drink and then we'll come back with our Would You Rather segment.
All right.
Cool. All right, we are back live here on a Sunday afternoon. You know what? I got a joke for you guys.
What's up?
Do you know what the best thing about killing a hooker?
Best thing about killing a hooker? No.
Not only do you get your money back, but the second hour is free.
Oh my God.
All right, to get us in the mood for the next topic. Cash Money, you had something to say? You want your opinion on something, right?
Yes. The topic is, have you ever dated someone from another race, culture, or religion? And if you have, how was that experience or how is it going?
So have you dated someone of a different culture, race, or religion? And how was your experience? I guess from the family side, your family side, how did that go?
Yes.
Okay.
I have, and you know what? It's to be honest, it's not bad. It doesn't, my situation is a little off, but I don't see that there's any problem with
what's off about it.
I don't want to get completely into it.
That's another pod.
Yeah, that's a whole different therapy session, actually.
Okay.
You know what? If you respect the person's, I find if you respect the person's religion
Mm-hmm.
and what their beliefs are, you can get through anything. So I think a lot of people get carried away with with religion and with differences. But if you can respect each other's religion and personal views, I think you can be a different religion and you can get along just fine. I know other people who are married that are different religions, like one may be Hindu, one may be Muslim,
Mhm.
and you know that just means that when the other person is fasting or if they don't eat pork, for example, then maybe you don't bring pork in the house. Like, you know what I mean? It's just you
Mhm.
can still eat it maybe outside of the house, whatever. But it's just understanding each other and then communicating and compromising to understand like what are do's and what are don'ts, what are the boundaries. So I don't see a problem with it. I have
Did your
it.
family have a problem with it?
My family did not have a problem with it. It's a weird
Mm.
situation, so I won't go into my situation
Right.
exactly, but in generalities, like sometimes you may have to work through what families, you know, are going to, they're gonna have their opinions,
Mm-hmm.
but I strongly, strongly, strongly believe at the end of the day, it's not your family's decision to be involved in. I'm
Right.
completely against families being involved in their children's lives in terms of putting the expectations onto their child. So what
Yep.
you want for yourself might not be for what they want for them. So I don't believe it's right for parents to put that expectation on their children. You could try to like raise them how you want them to raise them, but
Mm-hmm.
again, if they meet someone else who are different from what you are thinking it is, mind
Yeah.
your business. You know what I mean? It's like that if that's making them happy, you may just want to respect it, listen to what they think, and then go from there. That's my view.
Mm.
That's how I
Yeah.
see it because at the end of the day, if you put your views on that child and then something happens in their relationship or they go against what they wanted, they're going to turn back and blame you because now they kind of try to make you happy and now their life is not happy. So I think people need to like maybe, you know, be able to stand up for themselves when it comes to these parent relationships so it doesn't become like a toxic relationship. Just have like respect for each other.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm kind of lucky in that sense. I did have a situation like that, but my I don't have a big family, so it's really only my mom, and my mom was accepting of.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really matter, to be honest with you. There was no issue. The person could have been the same religion or different.
Yeah.
There was really no issue, to be honest. So I
See,
can't really.
your mom is good in terms of not
Yeah.
putting what if she wanted a certain thing in her mind,
Mm-hmm.
she didn't put it onto you regardless. She was just happy that you were
Yeah.
happy. And that's all you
Yeah.
can really ask for. Like that I respect so much
But
about
I
your
know
mom.
it has to be probably the older religion or the older folks, sorry, or the ones that are more back home minded, because
Yeah.
I know my uncle and my grandparents, they had a huge issue when he dated someone outside of his race. Like they basically abandoned him, cuss him up every day, like yell at him,
Yeah.
tell me disown you. You see what you do? Like me look, boss. Me raise you from so small and look what you do today. Like he committed a crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing it in a funny voice, but that's my
Yeah.
grandma's voice. But basically, that was 100% truth. Every
Yeah.
day was stress in the house. It was really bad. It was really bad. My uncle he didn't even want to come home. That's how bad it was. And eventually he had to break it off. But
Yeah.
I know that played a huge impact on like how he went about dating and looking for a girl,
Mm-hmm.
the next girl, and things like that. It really sucks that to him, I guess it was considered his parents. So if your
Yeah.
parents are really against it, it's a really tough situation to be in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
would you say that impacted him drastically from after that he broke it off with that relationship?
Yeah, I
It
agree
might not have never
100%.
been the same.
Yeah, I agree
Hmm.
100%. He completely like looked for something ideal that they would accept. Like he went back home and they picked the girl and that was it. And it ended up being the worst decision he ever made in his life.
Oh God.
But,
Yeah, see?
but he was happy. I remember he was happy dating someone outside of his race. He was having fun. It was not accepting because it was not the prototype granddaughter-in-law. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
It's tough. It's a tough position to be in. I think from my point of view on it is, I'm not here to impress any family. I'm not here to fit the mold that certain individuals have for whether it be their daughter, whether it be their niece, grandchild, or granddaughter, whoever. I am here to be me. And if
it's easy to say that though these days, right?
It is, because now I think why would you say that? Why would you say
just
it's
because
easier?
we're more open these days and more like you see it more, right? You don't necessarily see that. If you look back at your family, let's say your uncles, your aunts, you probably don't see as much of it as it would be today. Right?
True. Yeah.
And that's probably just because of the openness of society today. You're in Canada, you're back home in Trinidad, or you're back home in Guyana.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you ever had a situation like that personally?
I did. But I think one thing that I always believed in is just staying true to yourself and just understanding that everybody will have an opinion, everybody will have a say. But at the end of the day, as long as you're loved by who you want to be loved by, that's all that matters. Right? That's all that matters. Nobody could say anything. Nobody could do anything. You can make threats. You can disown. That's cool. But as long as I'm loved by the one that's supposed to be loving me, that's all that matters. Everyone else could.
What would you do in that situation like my uncle? Like you come home, you're supposed to be loved by your parents.
Yeah.
And all you get is argument every day. You still got no to that girl?
Again, it's tough because...
How long me tell you? You buy you clothes, you buy you this.
Oh, shoot.
There with the whore.
Oh, God. But see, it gets to that point, though, where it start to...
But what do you do? Like, you in a situation, you're saying, as long as I'm loved by that person, but how does that extra layer of stress of the people that actually raised you and loved you telling you you're wrong?
Well, I think at that point, you also have to realize that while your mindset is with the current times or maybe times ahead of you versus the mindset of the individuals you live with are still back in the 60s, 50s, 70s, whatever you want to go with it, they won't understand it then. But all I can say is hopefully they will understand it in the future. They might not see, again, it might go against with what they're looking at right now, but maybe they need to see me happy. Maybe they need to see me getting married. Maybe they need to see the child, and then they will accept. I don't know.
Cash, you want to jump in?
Absolutely. Good point, guys. Jace.
Yeah.
What would you do if your parents flat on say to you, I don't want you to date this person because of their skin complexion or the race, let's say, put it the race, and say the culture is just not going to work out because we are from a different culture, right? What would you do if they said, if you do date someone that is out of the culture, it will bring some sort of embarrassment to the family. We will disown you because you're not part of our family anymore. Yeah. And basically threatening you, telling you that, yeah, you're basically not from our family if you are to choose this type of person because you are going way too far from our culture, from our race, or whatever the case may be. What would you do?
That would be really tough. I'm not in that situation, but I understand the pressures of seeing it. So it depends on how strong I would, like, at what age am I, right? If I'm a younger guy, like maybe a teenager, maybe I would fold. But if it's me today, I wouldn't fold. I would pick someone as long as I know and I think this person's for me. Then yeah, I'm fine. I could take care of myself. Hoping in yours, like what you said, hoping maybe down the road if there's a kid involved or something like that, maybe things will open up for them. But it depends on where I was in life at the time. Right now, I would continue to see that person. I would tell you that's your fault. You're dumb. You should actually open your eyes and see what we are
So
today.
you allow your parents to basically disown you if they stop talking to you, tell you to leave the house. They don't want anything to do with you. They're basically staying distant away from you.
Yep.
You're okay with that.
I'm okay with that now. If I was younger and I didn't have that mental strength, I would probably say, okay, it's probably not going to work out, and I would just.
But then again, we don't know if the person that is from a different religion or race, we don't know if that relationship will work out with them.
Correct.
And then we choose the path of moving out and our family living their separate lives from our lives.
But that doesn't mean even if we break up, the parents were right. My parents were right. It just means that it could have happened in the same situation where, okay, this is the same thing. We had disagreements. We're the same religion, race. You look exactly like me, just a girl version. We just didn't work out, right? You know what I mean? It's like that's not the reason why we would have broke up. The reason we broke up was because of something else that's different that would happen with any couple.
But how do you? Another question: if you have strict parents and you are dating someone from a different culture, a different race, and you know to yourself your family will not accept the person, what advice do you have for people who are scared of their parents and basically trying to be open with them to let them know that, you know, I want to date someone, but I'm going to be dating someone that maybe you might not be able to accept? What advice do you have for people who are afraid to open up to their families, to letting them know that you're dating someone different race, different culture, different religion?
I think that person just has to sit down, have a nice conversation with their parents and say, look, you may not like what I'm doing. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. As long as this person I am dating is not disrespecting you or anyone in this household, and is a good person to me, I will continue to date this person, and I will always love you, but I disagree with you at this moment, and hopefully you will change and you will see that. I'm not here to prove you wrong, but I'm living my life. That's what I would advise them. I know it's easier said than done, but from a guy's point of view, I think it's a little bit easier. I don't know about you. What would you advise a girl?
It's absolutely, from a girl's perspective, it's a very tough conversation to have with, especially the West Indian community. Some West Indian community, they are very strict with who you date, regardless of race, religion. They're very particular with that because that was what passed down from generation to generation. So they want to upkeep that generation. I get it. But we are in the 21st century. Like, we are living in the present. Things change. I don't know. I can't find myself explaining to families that I'm going to be dating this person regardless if you like it or not. I feel like it's really hard to do. But I'll definitely try my best to develop myself and get the support that I need, and perhaps move away from my family if I really love the person and I want a future with them.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah. Both of you guys gave like really good analogies on like what you guys would do in that position. You know, I think at some point, and I'm trying to put myself in the family's point of view, right? And I'm trying to figure out at what point do they just Say, you know what? You went against our wishes, but it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out what does it take? Does it take a marriage? Does it take a child? Does it take to see their son or daughter smile? Right? Because to me, that is selfish if you're putting your personal preferences and views in front of the happiness of your son or daughter. That is selfish. That is disgusting, because realistically, you're making it about you. Forget your son or daughter's happiness. You're making it about, no, you went against what our beliefs are, what your beliefs are, and you went and date someone a different religion or dating someone outside of your race. That is selfish. At some point, you have to realize that being a parent, you give up your thoughts, your beliefs, your everything for the sake of your child.
But these folks don't think it's them. They don't think it's selfish. They actually believe deep down to the core it's wrong.
Right.
Like they're representing the family,
right,
and saying you are wrong and you're going against our family tradition.
Mm-hmm.
That's how deep rooted this thing is from the West Indian community.
But unfortunately, though,
I would say it's not even just West Indian community.
You're right.
Right? Like
You're
it's a lot of other cultures. I've been dealing with that today.
You're
I'm going to be candid. But I think I agree with JR wholeheartedly. I don't care how deep rooted it is. I think like as the person in the situation, you kind of have to put your foot down, and you kind of have to respect your boundaries. Like you have to have boundaries to say, like, I know it's the decision maker. I'll go back to your example, Jace. Like your grandparents, God rest their soul, they were so hard on your uncle that he broke it off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, God rest their soul, they're gone. And what has happened to him? He's never found that relationship again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For him, he sacrificed everything for what he thought was the right reasons, but it didn't do him any good. And he's the only one here to deal with the consequences of what he thought was a noble act. But was it a noble act? Because he could have been in a different situation. You know what I mean? So I'm very passionate on the subject, as I didn't know it was going to come up today, but as you guys are aware. But
are you doing a Jackson shake? Yeah. That's a good subject. Do you have anything else to say, Cash?
I do actually.
Bring it.
Another piece of information that I'd like to throw out there, and I know I myself didn't just experience this. I know there's a lot of women or girl that from the West Indian community or even Indian culture, whatever the case may be, have strict parents where they're so strict to a point that they won't even allow you. They have a curfew for you at certain age, right? So my question to you is, should there be a curfew for your daughter or son or child?
Yeah.
And if they have a boyfriend, or let's just say you're not aware that they have a partner, at what age do you pull the strings and say there's no curfew?
That's tough. There is a curfew, but at what age, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I think the age kind of changes based on your kid and you knowing your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like how responsible is your kid? You would know as a parent, right?
Yeah.
I can't answer that like a blanket statement. Oh, you should have a curfew until you're 18 or you're 15.
Right.
I definitely would instill a curfew, but I wouldn't. It's not based on age. It's based on how I know how responsible my son or my daughter is.
Yeah.
And how much I know about this other person. If I've never met your partner, but you're going out with them, oh, there's a curfew. Until you meet me and I actually have a conversation with you, there will always be a curfew. You could be 59. If you haven't met me, there will be a curfew. That's my answer.
Great.
I like that.
Anybody else? What do you guys think about putting curfews on your kids or someone you're dating?
I agree I agree with Jace. I think like curfew makes sense, but it just depends on um, the individual, because there's some people who could be responsible at 22. You could trust them at 22, but maybe at 18 you're not trusting them. I know if you're like 31 or whatever, not saying an exact age or anything, but there probably shouldn't be a curfew. Like, you're grown, so there has to be a point by the time you get to like 25 or something that you gotta let the person live. You know what I'm saying? Like, but 22, 23, like, you know what I mean? They're still trying to hit maturity. I could understand having a curfew, especially if they're living at home. Because if, they're not home and you're worried that,
Mm-hmm.
where are they? I could understand parents being up at night, but there's got one thing hit like 25 or as an adult, you got to sort of like cut the strings a little bit. Like, you have to trust, you know what I mean? You can't hold their hand. It's going to be impossible to track them down. So there's got to be a point that you let go.
Yeah. No, it's actually so true. And I think both your guys' points is really good because Jace, you said it best where like your son or daughter. You as they grow, you feel them out. You know where their strengths and where their weaknesses are. You know where they are responsible and where they're not responsible. Right? And like Sammy, you said it best as well, where you you shouldn't be in your 30s and still having a curfew, right? You kind of 18, okay, we'll enforce it. But if we see that you're coming home on time, you're being responsible. If you take the car out, you're bringing it back on time, whatever it may be. Okay, 20, 21. All right, we can start relaxing a bit. But but if you mess up though, just know that curfew is going to be reinforced, right? So
you didn't get anyone pregnant this year, so your curfew's
but for some families, that's a big one. That is
Yes.
huge.
that is huge.
You rubbered up. All right, good job, son. Like, that's huge, right? So
Don't double up, just one, please.
Yeah.
Double up's worse.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I think at the end of the day, like, honestly, if you're a parent, you know your children best.
I like this
right?
topic. We should bring it back and bring like more scenarios in it because it's like
Yeah.
such nuances in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know a few people that's actually in their 30s that's not allowed to be out the house by, you're supposed to be in the house by 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and you're being questioned where are you going at age 30. Mind you, you're like what? Not just age 30, but like 34.
Oh my
And you've
God.
been questioned, oh, I'm going out for dinner with my friends versus saying, oh, I'm going out for dinner with a friend or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? That's
Maybe.
really tough. I know for a fact that there are some people that's going through that, but hang tight. I promise you'll get better.
It will get better. You're 30.
It will get better.
Hold
It will
on,
get better
though.
because one
Move
day your
out.
parents will understand.
Move out.
Hold
God.
on. I got to play a little devil's advocate here.
All right.
It's one thing if you tell your parents where you're going, right? Like, you're not just going to walk out of the house and you're gone for like 8 hours on like a Saturday and like, you say, hey, mom, hey, dad, yeah, just going out to dinner with some friends. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think you got to go into much detail and say, but I think letting them know, because God forbid something happens and, you get a call from
Parents
the police.
always worry, right?
Like,
Still.
yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, something happened to your son or daughter, right? But I think if you let them know, yeah, just going out with some friends, whatever, yeah, should be back home by 11 o'clock. I think that's fine. But I think if the parents saying, no, you need to be back by this time, I think that's where you kind of cross the line there. Especially if you're into your late 20s, early, mid, maybe late 30s. Right? So,
but like if you have that worry, it's like you should just move out. Like, how could you stay home and accept that what they want you to be home back for like Wheel of Fortune so you can watch with them?
It's crazy.
it is.
Like,
Big up Pat Sajak.
just feel like you're in prison, basically. It's like, oh, hey, can you come? I have a birthday party. No, I have a curfew. Should be back by 6:30. But the party started at 8. You know what I mean? Like, how do you explain to your friends or your friend that
And then you have to make up a lie.
That's the thing. Or you want to go camping or something, or go to a cottage with friends. Like,
God,
you can't.
too old for that now.
Yeah, no.
Too
You
old for that
can't.
now.
You just need to consult your parents at age 30.
I like that because we should bring that in the next pod about this scenario here.
Mm.
Someone's 30 plus and still has a curfew. Jeez, I would like to hear more about this.
Oh boy.
Well, I have my views on this.
Sam, what do you think? Just give us initial thought because I want to bring this back. I know this topic kind of running long.
I think culture. I don't like to use culture as as an excuse. I'm very against excuses. So I think this goes like across the board, whether you're white, black, brown, Indian, wherever you are. Like if you're 30, like I agree with JR. If you're living at home, then I think it's just respectable to be like, hey, I'm going out to the movies or I'm doing just to let them know because you don't want to just leave and not them not having any idea. But
Mhm.
you're a grown ass adult at that point. Like you should be able to make your decisions and to make your own life choices. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It's just weird to me at that point. Like there's respect. It's got to go both ways. You know,
That's
like
really
you're living at the
controlling.
house.
Yeah.
Pardon? What are you saying?
Sorry, I'm just commenting. That's really controlling from a parent.
I agree. Like it's overly controlling because
Mhm.
you could respect your parents because you're in their house. However, they have to be able to respect that you're a human being with their own like
Yeah.
life. You know what I mean? So I don't know. For me, I don't want to get too much into it because clearly you know where I'm sitting on it.
Uh-oh. But yeah, no, I think we're all kind of on agreement on this. Like if you reach if you're in your 30s and you got, you're gonna get cut off and you got to be home at a certain time, then I think we're all in agreement.
I think that person's the dumbest person in the world. If you're 30 and you're complaining about getting a curfew, move out.
But what if you can't move out?
Why?
What if financially at age 30 you're not there?
That's why I'm saying you're the dumbest person in the world. If you can't afford to move out, something really wrong. You shouldn't be going out anyways.
You don't want
true.
You don't want problems with the family. Like you don't want your family to disown you.
No,
you don't
my-
want them
at
to
30?
hate you.
Oh my God.
No.
30.
God.
All right. So that was a good topic. We're going to bring it back. I want to talk about that more. But now we're going to go right into the would you rather questions. So this
Let's do
are
it.
a question that has two scenarios and you got to pick one even though it hurts.
Oh boy.
All right. So I started a bit soft.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather be smart and intelligent and be
Mhm.
average looking or be below average? So like you're ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you are very smart.
I think I'll go with being average looking and smart.
Okay. I think I messed that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you did. It was
I
an
messed
easy.
it up after I read it. I was like, damn.
I was thinking as being smart or very, very smart
Okay.
kind of thing. Okay.
Okay. Let me start again. Be below average looking. So you're ugly,
Uh-huh.
but you're very smart.
Okay.
And this one is your average smart and average looking. So you're I messed it up again. You're good looking and
Yeah.
you're average smart,
Yeah.
or you're ugly and really smart.
Oh, I'll go with
But
ugly
how
and
about
really
make
smart.
it to make it harder? Why don't
Yeah.
you say you're good looking and dumb?
Okay, good looking and
Or-
dumb. Yes.
Yeah, good looking and dumb, or you're
ugly,
like ugly and smart.
and smart.
Okay.
That makes it harder.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I'll still go with ugly and smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. By far. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
it. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Uncle Sammy?
I actually believe in being ugly and smart too, because I think if you're smart, your personality could shine
Yeah,
and you
right.
become better
When you
looking.
smile, no one want to watch you.
You know what though? If you're smart, you could actually become better looking. I know my smile might be butt ass ugly, but somebody out there may fall in love with the intelligence that they would see you as good looking.
Oh my
I
God.
and I
Maybe
specifically ask this in today's world because everything today is about looks, right? Your LinkedIn
Yeah.
profile, your Facebook profile, this profile.
Mhm.
Everything has to be about looks.
Yeah.
Like you go, I don't know, you find you go to the bank and you want a broker to help you or something like that.
Yeah.
You look at them and like, this guy's
True.
ugly. I don't want to do business with. Like, there's impact on how you look.
True.
So how about you, Cash? Ugly and smart, or
Smart and ugly.
smart and ugly?
Smart and ugly it is.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I know why I messed up because I wanted to pick that you were average intelligent,
Yeah.
but you were also average looking,
Okay.
or ugly and really smart.
Okay.
I have a feeling we'd still take average and average
Yeah.
and average intelligence though.
Average
I feel
intelligence,
like
and average looking.
all of us would still follow that same line.
Yeah. Same here.
So you wouldn't be like super uber smart but ugly. You rather be average in everything.
Yeah, I think intelligence means a lot. Like, if you're just average intelligence, you're still smart. It's not like you're,
Mhm.
below average. So I think you can still get by. I don't need to be like super smart. I don't need to be like Einstein smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But even like with intelligence, I'm just thinking like career wise and where that could elevate you and stuff. I'd rather take the money with the ugly looks or the average look.
You rather be super smart and ugly?
Yeah.
I agree with you. Because I think at least average looks and average, you're kind of still average. And you
Yeah.
might end up with an average life, but ugly and very smart, at least you can work on the money side.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Pick something.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think you guys would choose that one. I thought you might go with the average and average.
No. I think like at average, I'm ugly already because like guys have it
God.
worse, right? Guys have it worse. If you're not like a 9 or a 10, no girls looks at you. If you're average or even ugly, you have to be rich. I think for a guy these days.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
even
It's
looked at.
all about the money. It's all about the money when it comes to the ladies.
I want to be on the DM sent where it says, "Would you poop or pee on me? I'll send you to Dubai."
Oh man.
I want to be the guy who sends that DM, not the one receiving.
Well, we're going to Dubai in a couple weeks, so I don't know if we got that message.
How do we get the tickets sent?
Exactly. I don't want to say.
We don't want to say.
Yeah.
We prefer not to say.
Yeah. Just make sure you guys shower when you come back, okay? That's all I ask.
If you see a glow over my skin, that means it was watered nicely.
Oh my God.
If you see Sam with the Instagram pics, you know in the morning
We could smell the stench through the pictures.
him in the desert. Already picture the pee on it.
Oh man, the rumors are gonna start.
Okay, so here's a little bit more serious one.
All right.
As of today, would you rather, with the knowledge and stuff you have, go 10 years forward or 10 years back to restart your life, but with the knowledge you have today?
I'll go
I
10
think
years back.
For me, I think I always want to go back with the knowledge I have today. Because if I go forward, then I have less time
Mhm.
So if I go back, then I could. Oh man, the things that I would be able to do going 10 years back with the knowledge I have today, I would be even better than in a way better situation than I am now. And I'm not in a bad situation, but
Yeah.
I'd be much better.
Mhm. Yeah. Same
Same
here.
thing. Same
Go
kind
back.
of reasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just.
You start your podcast 10 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, where we would be now. But I think yeah, like the knowledge, even just like stuff that you've done back then that impact you now, like you can, knowing what you know now, you could just make sure you don't do what you did, or you do the right things, and there's just so much that you could correct. Yeah. How about you?
And this is one of those questions where I think because you guys don't have kids, that's why you answer that way.
Ooh.
So I would honestly agree with you in 90% of the situations.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see my son 10 years from now, to be honest with you, because I know I'm an older parent. I kind of want to see fast forward 10 years as I am today, and just see what's going on. You know what I mean? Experience, fast forward to see how he's grown up, how life is with him right now. Even if I lose 10 years of my life, like at least I can live and see that experience.
But
that's
I want to
more important
ask
for me.
you.
Yeah.
But you would lose 10 years of being with him to see him grow.
That's true.
So would that change your perspective? Because
yes, it wouldn't. Sorry, it wouldn't, because 10 years behind is knowing what I know now, I would be always missing and waiting, anticipating 10 years from now. I gotta wait 10 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, for this experience. Obviously, I could make another kid, but then it won't be that special thing that, you know what I mean, my first child and things like that.
That's true.
So that's why I would not want to go 10 years behind and be missing the moments of waking up and him calling for me and things like that.
Yeah, no.
That's
totally
why I would
true.
pick the other one.
Yeah, no, same here. Yeah, well, sorry, not same here, but I like that reasoning though. That's pretty good, pretty valid.
How about you, Cash? With the knowledge you have today, so you are who you are today, would you go back 10 years or 10 years forward?
10 years forward.
And what's your reasoning behind that? You lose 10 years of your life.
Just because I'm excited to know what's
excited to see the future.
Exactly. Not want to go back to the past.
Yeah. That's good reasoning. You wouldn't want to go 10 years back and then make changes that you thought you wish you would have made, that you should have made, but now you have the opportunity to make them because you're smarter?
No. I think if you're going forward, you're going forward.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know why? She'd be too young. She'd be like, like 12 or something?
Yeah, she'd probably be 12.
I know, man.
Just messing with
Why
you.
am I sitting this in elementary school?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That was a good one. Do you guys have any would you rathers for me?
We got to get some of these good ones with the poop and pee and stuff that you.
I have those. Okay. I got one. I got one more to end this segment.
Okay.
And this is mostly for guys. But I guess
we need one of these wild ones.
She ran away. No, it's okay. Okay. Would you rather be with the hottest trans woman in the world or the oldest woman in the world?
Oh, I think I made my decision already.
I know, mine too.
One night with the hottest trans woman in the world or one night with the oldest woman in the world?
The oldest woman in the world's gonna get a good show.
Yeah.
That's like probably 100 and something.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of these trans women? So the hottest one too. You get to pick.
Well, the oldest one might show me a thing or two. Who knows?
Oh God.
Oh my God, Sam. Sam, that's
No
probably
shame.
very loose though.
Like, whoops.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Oh.
False teeth and everything. How
Might be
about,
too old
Waiting
for
for
that.
you guys' answer.
how about you?
Same here.
Really?
He's got to be the world's oldest. Yeah.
Why? Why? It's just because the trans used to be a man?
Just don't know anything about that world, and I don't intend on.
So to you,
Yeah.
it looks like a woman, right? The hottest trans woman. It looks like a woman.
But still,
They
no,
did everything. They took the hormones. They converted down there to what it needed to convert to. Beautiful.
No, and again, no disrespect, but I can't. No,
You're a hater.
I gotta go with the
But
world's
you
oldest.
could be with someone who's very hot. One night.
How do you know the old lady's not hot?
The oldest woman in the world, man. Come on. Even if she was hot like 50 years ago.
Oh my God. Hey, that counts for something though.
No, I even 50, 60 years ago.
She
Could
could have
be
been
80
like
years ago, probably.
she could have been like Miss Universe from like 1950 or something. I don't
Yeah,
know. But
so you
that counts for something though.
That counts for something. Oh my God. Mash up everywhere.
In like 1945, she was, or like 1930, she was voted
Yeah.
hottest in her high school or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Actually, I'm going to ask Cash this question.
Hmm.
Would you rather?
No, you have to answer it first.
Oh, I'm picking the oldest woman in the world.
Okay, I thought so too.
I ain't touching a former man. Anyway,
And to whoever else would rather that, there's nothing wrong with it.
nothing's
Just
wrong with
fine.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get that out there clear. For me, I'd rather just be with women.
Yeah.
So Cash, the hottest trans man in the world. So used to be a woman, converted to a guy, the hottest one, or the
Mhm.
oldest man in the world. Who would you rather be with?
I mean, if it's not
So
the
you can't really tell it's a guy now, right?
yeah.
But he used to be a woman. But they're very hot.
Yeah, I guess
Or
so.
the,
I'll take a chance. Yeah.
You take a
I'll
chance.
take a chance.
Take one for the team.
Oh God.
I guess it's different for women, right?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, it's not the same situation.
It's not the same. All right, thank you, Cash. So that was our segment of Would You Rather.
All right.
Do. Thank you so much. All right. Let's take a break.
Yeah, let's take a
We'll
little
be
break.
back
and
with
we'll-
the West Indian chutney segments.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
This segment of our podcast may offend others. Please don't take offense. We're not trained professionals or know anything of value to the West Indian music scene. We're just having fun and commenting on what we see and hear. Please don't take these personally. We really do appreciate the hard work and efforts of these artists. We definitely could not even come close to anything you've done. We're just here to have a good old fun time, live the dream. Thank you for listening.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back.
We are in the segment, the West Indian Chutney Music channel on YouTube, where we review our first reactions, impressions of the video. We've never seen these before.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
All right, and before we do, just got to give a quick few shout outs there.
All right.
First, shout outs go to the R Dogs in the Bay. What up, guys? I know you guys watch.
Bo-bo-bo-bo.
Shout out, much love to you guys there.
Our dog, love you.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well,
Big up Shensia. Just because.
Just because.
Just because.
Just because.
Damn. All
Just
right.
because. All right, we got a
What's the
we got a
first
pretty
one,
good
Jared?
one lined up here. We
Okay.
got Climax and Rick Ram and their song "Suffer."
Ooh.
Hey, Mom.
Yes, hon.
I want to tell you something, right? This girl, I think that she's cheating.
Okay.
I just hope that she suffer for what she doing.
Hi, Max. Hear this now. We need to talk. A matter of fact, I don't think I could do this anymore now. We over.
Yes, say we over, and you get over. Yes, say you're leaving with a new lover.
Do you expect anything different?
Well, I hope that he gave him pressure. I hope he making you suffer. Just how you making me suffer. I hope he making you suffer. Yes, say we over, and you get over. Yes, say you're leaving with a new lover. Well, I hope that he gave him pressure. I hope he making you suffer. Just how you making me suffer. I hope he making you suffer. Climax, Rick Ram. Anytime you see him, you leave him alone. Keep blocking him, but don't call on your phone. Don't bother drive past the front of your home. Anytime you see him, leave him alone. Leave him alone, yeah, leave him alone. You might end up like the dog and the bone. I hope he go online and drink rum all the time and leave you home to watch him mother. I hope he never walk and he don't give up. I wish you run down one set of woman. Can't lose my number. Don't call me ever. Can't lose my number. Don't call me ever. Well, I hope that he gave him pressure. I hope he making you suffer.
All right.
Just how you making.
All right, that was Climax and Mr. Rick Ram, who I believe won the Chutney Soca Monarch,
Man's on
This
fire
year?
this year, releasing
All
music
right.
endlessly.
and that was their song "Suffer."
All right.
Why don't you go first, Jace?
Sure. I really like the video. The video to me was fun, had some comedy in it. Different scenes from different countries. I thought the video raised the score for me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the song too much, so I will give this a 2.5.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm basically on par with you there. The video definitely did boost the song. The song was, because we've heard it so many times, just sung with different lyrics. It's kind of like, oh, here we go again. But yeah, I think I'll give it a 2.5 as well. Yeah.
All right. Uncle Sammy, what you think?
So the video, I couldn't see it. But the song, I actually like the song. So I'll give it off of just the song a 3.5.
All
Boom, boom,
right.
boom, boom.
All right. And that was Climax and Rick Ram.
Check out the video. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
All right. So the next song we got lined up here is Melanie Boudoir and her song Dunia Camela. Camela. All right. Let's see what we got.
When you're looking
And
for
our show is
effective pain
sponsored,
relief,
unofficially sponsored by Crown Royal.
choose
Vanilla.
Tylenol.
Let's go.
Maha Production.
Okay, there we go. Got focus.
We know that issue.
right, that was Melanie Boudoir with her song Dunia Kamila.
Okay.
Um,
So Uncle Sammy did have to leave, so
Okay.
we will continue the ratings
all right.
on this one.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
To me, Melanie, and this is no knock to you, but she sounded like Savita sing there.
Okay.
And shout out Savita from Trinidad.
But maybe that's her voice, though.
I don't know, but it sounded pretty close.
I kind of agree with you on that.
And obviously Savita's established herself in the West Indian chutney scene, but
You like Savita, don't you?
no, actually she's got some pretty good hits.
Okay.
What's that big one? What's the
Go ahead.
But to me, like I said, Melanie sounded a bit like Savita there.
Right.
But I think overall I like the song, I like the video. It's pretty cool. Different scenes, different outfit changes and stuff kind of kept you entertained throughout the video. So yeah. Shout out to Melanie. My rating would be, I give it a 3 out of 5.
I was going to say the exact same thing, other than the Savita thing, but then obviously it does kind of sound like her voice, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with you. I did like the song. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking maybe if I listen to it again, a little bit louder with some bass, you get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a 3 as well.
All right. Well, shout out to you, Melanie.
Big up Melanie Boudoir. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
All right. Next, we got lined up.
This one has been premiering for a year and a half.
I guess it's worth the wait.
It's gotta be good.
Yeah. So
But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's play it. It says Durga Maya, so it may be religious.
Oh.
And that's one of our rules. So let's start it off.
Okay.
Divani Devi Durga Maya. And let's see how we're vibing.
All right.
Okay. All right. We've also confirmed it's a religious song. So we will move on to Ranjiv. Don't Come Back with a bunch of all-stars lined up.
All right.
Middle section.
You was the one who leave me, give up on the two.
I like Ranjiv's vibe. Ever since Rum Coke and Bar, he's been
Big up Marriott, Pegasus Hotel.
But no matter what I do, it never good enough for you. I don't care no more. You just hurt me to the core. I don't want you come back in my life. Just stay right there. I don't want you come back in my life. You was the one who leave me, give up on the two of we. I don't want you come back in my life. Just stay right there. I don't want you come back in my life.
All right. That was Mr. Ranjiv with his song Don't Come Back.
in me life.
I'll start first.
Yeah.
It's not my vibe. It's a little bit too sad. It's a little too...
I was in my feelings, though.
Yeah. It was, to me, a little bit too much in my feelings. I wasn't... I like it. Ranjiv's actually got a really good voice. He's a really good, talented singer. However, for this one, I just didn't... It's just too sad for me.
Oh,
Especially
man.
coming off of Rum, Coke, and Pork.
Oh, man.
Hearing this, it's like, oh, shoot. But it's a good song, though. It's honestly a good song. But for this, I will give it for video, vocal ability, I'll give it a 3.5.
Oh damn! I thought the way you were talking, it was gonna be a low score.
No, it's just that it's a sadder song, but I still appreciate the video and everything else with it, though.
I'm lining up with you. I think our scores have been the same throughout. I would give it a 3.5. I was into my feelings watching it and kind of getting lost in the song. I don't know why. I did like it. It's okay. It's a slow song for me, but 3.5.
All right.
I did like it.
All right, Mr.
Doing Ranjiv.
That was good there. Maybe it's not the song you're listening like amongst friends. Maybe
when
you're
when
cruising by yourself
and you're crying.
Yeah, you want to listen to that.
She left me and look what happened.
All right. The next one we got MC Drew P with his song My Best Friend Didi.
Oh, you know what Didi mean? My best friend, big sister.
Oh boy.
Oh. We got a sponsored announcement. Our unofficial sponsor of the night, Mr. Crown Royal Vanilla. Taste, I'm doing JR's job, but the taste is immaculate. How it goes down, it feels like you're... I don't know how else to explain it, but once you drink Crown Royal Vanilla, and once we get bottles coming from Crown Royal, it will be amazing. Oh, crap.
My best friend Didi, my best friend Didi, I didn't know. She was my best friend Didi, best friend Didi. I gave me number, she started texting me, wanting me to the other. She said meet me family, but when she gave me the address, I get real buzzed because I didn't know. She was my best friend Didi. I didn't know best friend. She was the cat and I was the mouse. When we were children, we used to play house. She was the cat and I was the mouse. I didn't know that I really would love she. I didn't know that she'll make me so happy because I didn't know. She was my best friend, Didi. I didn't know best friend.
I'd love to watch this a little bit more, but there are some time constraints.
All right, Mr. MC Drew P with his song My Best Friend Didi.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay, go for it.
So the song itself, I get the comedic aspect of the song.
Yeah,
I hope that's what the song.
Could only hope.
I wasn't vibing too much with it. It was lacking the energy. I just felt like the song could have been better. Like the concept of the song was pretty cool. It's a very typical West Indian kind of vibe. Video actually was creative.
Yeah,
it was creative, but yeah, that was the video. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5.
All right. I think that's a pretty modest rating.
Okay.
From my point of view on this one, it just wasn't it for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't. But I guess shout out to everybody that was part of this, but it just wasn't it. I was uninterested from start to end. Unfortunately. I like I guess it could gain points, or what would gain points is the concept of the idea of the song. I get it. It's something kind of funny, comedic. Wasn't
hitting though, right?
But it just wasn't hitting. But
it's like when you ordered that pork from that new place and you're waiting all day. You have the beer line up, the pepper sauce. When the thing come, it's nice and red.
Yeah.
And you give it a taste.
And just wasn't it.
Salt over too much. Oh my God.
Dry and oh God. Yeah. No. Well, that was a perfect example because that kind of explains
yeah,
this.
Right.
But shout out MC Drew P. Hopefully we get some new stuff from you coming soon, man. Hopefully. All right. And last but not least, we got Mr. Climax again and his song, Take a Borrow.
Take a Borrow, okay.
Climax.
Take a borrow, give back tomorrow. It's just a meeting, no we not dealing. I'll take a borrow, give back tomorrow. I'll take a borrow, give back tomorrow. If I put it on you, get a shot to remember, remember, remember. Every night from one girl to another, another, another. Na 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 na. Touching, you don't know who watching, no, no. It's just a fling. Let we keep it a secret. When you walk out, just leave it right here. Make people sing. No strings attached, not a love match. This is the plan. Try and understand. I can't be the one. It's just one night and then we done. Don't catch no feelings. It's just a catch no feelings, no we not dealing. I'll take a borrow, give back tomorrow. It's just a meeting, no we not dealing. I'll take a borrow, give back tomorrow. I'll take a borrow, give back
All right, that was Mr. Climax with his song Take a Borrow.
Tira mira man.
I'll go first. I like the song.
You did?
I really like the song. I like the messaging behind it. It's to me, that paints like the West Indian music, chutney, fetting, vibing scene where we're just here for a good time, not a long time, but we'll do what we can right now, but we'll go back to our regular lives.
So a borrow wine or something.
Basically, yeah. I like it. I like it. I think I got to listen back to it a few more times, but the idea and the concept of the song, I really like though. I think he's got something here.
Yeah.
I like the video as well. So my rating on it, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Damn, all right. Do you like that song much? All right.
Uh-oh.
So this is the one thing I do like about Climax. The efforts are all in the videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I like his videos. It's just like watching. He seems like a cool, fun guy. He enjoys life. I didn't feel the song, though, as much as you did. Maybe if I hear it, maybe it's that situation where I hear it again a couple times, I might like it better.
Okay.
So I'll give it a 2.5.
Okay. I was thinking you're going with a 2.
Okay.
But you gave it a 2.5. I think that's pretty good.
The videos do help. Like I like watching and stuff like that. So
all right.
Yeah. Do you have any more?
I think that's it. That's all we got for this week. But
I felt like it rolled by so quickly.
Yeah. There was a healthy lineup this week here of some pretty.
I was expecting some new stuff from Waterflow. hopefully next week we get something.
Mr. Waterflow, we need some new music, man.
All right, man.
We'll be happy to vibe and bop to it and give it a review. And to any other artists out there as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is our West Indian Chutney music review for the week. Appreciate those supporters, those ones viewing, any new viewers. We appreciate all the love, all the hate too. We're here for it all. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This is Jace signing off.
JR signing off. And don't forget, like, subscribe, drop a comment, let us know future topics, your thoughts, views, opinions, how you feel on anything that we discuss. We'll be more than happy to review it, take in your feedback. But with that being said, thank you all. Peace, love, and happiness. And see you guys next week.